Hello, and welcome back to the United Way for the Crystal Palace versus Manchester United Premier League preview. Manchester United travelled to Selhurst Park on Monday, the 6th of May, to face Crystal Palace. Had a bit of a stutter there. I was about to say April there, so I don't know what that moment of madness was. But another game. Christ, it's mad. We're doing this preview at the start of the weekend, and Manchester United are playing at the end of the weekend. It's mental, isn't it? But look, before we get stuck into the video, please do like the video, comment, subscribe, much appreciated. I do apologise that there was no content the last couple of days since we had the Burnley watch along and post match show. I was a bit busy doing important live stuff, so I do apologise. But we are back, and as you can see beside me, there will be a lot of watch along on Monday from 7:45. So 15 minutes before the game, bit of a later time. And look, we're getting closer to the end of the season. We're getting there. Look, think of the positives, not the negatives. But yeah, Manchester United are playing. But the more games we play in the Prem, the more closer we get to the end of the season. And look, I know when the season ends, I'll be like, what am I going to do now? I know the Euros. I can watch other teams playing the Euros, but that's not really what I want to do. But look, we will jump into the preview. Look, we have a very, very tough game coming up against Crystal Palace, who are coming into this game with their new manager, who haven't been doing too bad since Roy Hodgson has had to leave, or since he's got sacked, whatever they do with him. Look, listen, this is going to be a tough game on Monday. Look, any game is tough for Manchester United. Let's look at our last previous three games. Sheffield United, we went behind twice but came back to win the game. Burnley, a draw. And the game before Sheffield United, we bottled the 3-goal lead against Coventry, but just about beat them in a penalty shootout at Wembley. So, coming into this game, I don't have a lot of confidence. I think Palace fans and the Palace faithful are coming into this game a lot more confident than Manchester United fans. Especially the fact is at Selhurst Park as well. They're not going to go down anyways. I don't think that was ever a worry for Crystal Palace, to be brutally honest with you. So, I just don't know how we can win this game. Look, again, Crystal Palace. I don't know what to expect from Manchester United. I really don't know what to expect from Manchester United at all from this game. Because the thing is about us, and I'll put a form up on the screen, but please do join me for a watch along on Monday. Much appreciated. We'll go through team news, build up, all that sort of stuff. Your typical match day content. But here's our form here anyways coming into this game. We have 2 wins, 3 draws and no losses in our previous 5. Now, some may look at that positive and say, we have lost a game in our previous 5 games. Again, that's a positive, don't get me wrong, but Liverpool, 2-2 draw against Liverpool, 2-2 draw against Bournemouth, 3-3 draw against Coventry, but obviously beat them on penalty, so that's why the P is just above our Manchester United name. We beat Sheffield United 4-2 and we drew 1-1 against Burnley. So, yeah, look, listen, you can have your positives, but then the negatives are Liverpool, we didn't really play great. Bournemouth, we didn't play great. Coventry, we didn't deserve to progress, but look, I'm happy we're there. Sheffield, well, look, we went behind twice against a team rock bottom in the Premier League who are now relegated. It's confirmed, it's official. And then Burnley, we played poor. Burnley dominated us. I never thought I'd say that. So, look, there's a positives, but there's negatives. I know, look at the form, it doesn't look too bad. 2 wins, 3 draws. We should be beating Bournemouth, should be beating Coventry, should be beating Sheffield, and should be beating Burnley. The only team we didn't beat and should have beaten is Burnley and Coventry. Bournemouth and Bournemouth and Burnley. Coventry should have beat them, should have been cruising, but we didn't. So, I'm coming into this game and it's hard to know what to expect because we're so inconsistent. And I've said it numerous times this season. I don't think it'll change between now and the end of the season. Hopefully next season we're a lot better and more consistent all over the pitch, off the pitch, the whole 9 yards. Because I'm sick of, we could go out and put in a brilliant performance against Crystal Palace on Monday, and then play Arsenal, which we could play shit. I know some would expect Arsenal to beat us, but we could play crap, or we could lose against Palace, put in a good performance against Arsenal and get a good result. Then we could go and struggle against Newcastle, and then we could go and be Brighton. Or else, it is very possible we can lose all of our games between now and the end of the season. Honestly, it's possible, because you have Palace away, you have Arsenal, then you have Newcastle, and then you have Brighton. Brighton aren't really playing well. Newcastle stringing a few results together. Arsenal literally want to win the title in a title race at Manchester City. They'll want to win, and they'll want to beat us at Old Trafford. They don't regularly beat us at Old Trafford, so they'll want to get under. So I think we need this one as well, because look, our performances haven't been great. I mean, Ten Hag has come out and said that Johnny Evans and Anthony Martial are back in training. So I sort of hope Johnny Evans is back, because I don't like Casemiro on the defence. I know that this must be our 100th centre back partnership of the season. Ten Hag, we had an interview with Gary Neville and spoke about injuries and form and players that he wanted to bring in but didn't arrive, all that sort of stuff, which was a good interview, by the way, as well, to really blunt. It sort of makes you realise that how low we've been this season and how many problems we've had as well. So yeah, I don't know what to look. I mean, look, Marcus Rashford is still meant to be out. McTominay, I'd imagine, would be out, unfortunately. I mean, supposedly Bruno's going to be a doubt, but look, I'd imagine he'd be back. Then for Crystal Palace, Mark Gahey has recovered from an injury and he could play this game. And Eze, who was in risk to play Fulham last week, but he's also fit. So Gahey could be back for Palace, and so could Eze. And for us, Rashford out, McTominay possibly out, Johnny Evans and Martial back in training. So it's going to be interesting to see who's back there. Are Martial, and will we see Martial at all play for the club? I mean, you'd imagine we will see Johnny Evans in this game is my focus, to be honest with you. But yeah, look, listen, I don't want to talk about Ten Hag's interview with Gary Neville, because I feel like that's a show for another day. But look, back to Manchester United, the performances haven't filled me with confidence. Like I said in many previous shows, and many recent shows as well, I can't remember the last time we played well. I mean, look, remember last time we played Crystal Palace, we went out. This was in the Carabao Cup at Old Trafford. We beat them 3-0. They played us at Old Trafford a few days later and beat us 1-0. So if that doesn't show you how inconsistent we are, I don't know what will. But we're very, very consistent. And look, I'm not gonna put that on the manager totally, because I back Ten Hag. I want Ten Hag to remain as Manchester United manager next season. At least give him another year, see how things pan out. That's all. Look, if Ineos actually, I want to say something. If Ineos, and I know I keep switching things up, but this is what I do. If Ineos keep Ten Hag for another season and things don't work out and then they sack him, I'll be like, well, fair enough. You don't what many fans wanted you to do. You done what I wanted you to do. He's done the right thing. He kept him for another season, didn't work out. But if we keep Ten Hag for another season with Ineos and bring in the right players and get rid of the right players and have the proper structure, hopefully he can stay for as manager for a lot longer. To be brutally blunt, because look, we need wins as well, because we need to win, because I literally only realised that Chelsea are not that far behind us. Chelsea are not that far behind us in the Premier League. And I do not want them bastards to finish above us. We're on 54 points, Chelsea are on 51. There's a possible chance that we could even finish 9th or 10th if we don't win our next, 4 games. It's very, very possible. Because if Newcastle win their remaining games, Newcastle are a point behind us in 7th, Chelsea are 3 points behind us in 8th. Alright, West Ham are 9th with 49 points. But all you need is Palace, Newcastle and Chelsea to go on a good bit of form, or we just go down. Like, if we finish, there's a very, look, we can sit here and say, look, Europa League, we'll take it, it's the best we can do. We have to win. We have to win. We're 6 points behind Tottenham. Champions League is done. It's done. I think the top 4 you're seeing, look, Arsenal are top at the moment with a game in hand of my, but Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, and Villa. I think that's exactly what it'll be. And then Tottenham. Well, hopefully Manchester United, but Tottenham and then Manchester United. That's what that's what I'd like. But you just never know with this club. So it's getting the European race. It's getting tight. We don't want to be in the Conference League. We don't want to be in no European football. We want to be in European football for the money side of things. Because certain people at the club, not Ratcliffe or whatever, but other people, certain Glazers, are very, very tight. So, no, we don't want that. But look, the season end does get closer. But look, what do I expect in this game? Listen, it's not going to be our strongest team. Martinez, hopefully he's back before the FA Cup final, and hopefully he's back for the Arsenal game or the Newcastle game. Palace coming into this game on decent form with 1 loss in the last 5. I will put their form in a minute when we move on to them. Look, I do expect Palace to be a threat. I expect us to be our usual selves. Look, I do expect that we can be a threat. We can be. That's not saying we will be. We can be a threat. But I do think, look, the Palace fans will be behind them. The players will be up for it, I'm sure. Manchester United come to the stadium very hostile. I mean, look, we didn't win it's been a long time since we won at Selhurst Park, because we didn't beat them last year at Selhurst Park. It was a draw. The year before that, we had Rangnick and we lost 1-0. So, if I can remember, the last 2 years we've struggled, maybe 3 years, to beat Palace at Selhurst Park. So it's not, Manchester United don't have a lot of good moments at Selhurst Park. But look, it's going to be very, very, very interesting. But yeah, I do expect Palace to actually be a threat. I actually would not be surprised if we're sitting back and trying to beat them on the counter attack. I just would not be. I just wouldn't be surprised. But how can Manchester United beat them? How do I think? How if I was Mr. Eric Ten Hag, or if I was the Manchester United manager, or just as a fan, was not going to put that pressure on me. How can Man United be Crystal Palace? Well, we have to go out and be very, 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 very competitive, aggressive. I want to see the midfield be tight, the defence be tight, and that attack to be very, very tight. And Onana, don't turn into John Cena, don't turn into Roman Reigns, don't turn into Brock Lesnar and start doing, RKOs and all that with our Suplex City shit and knocking people out, because stay in your line. I always say this. Why do keepers not stay on the line? Stay on your line. There's more chance you saving the ball if you stay in your line than it is if you come out and try and give it a punch. Because if you miss that, you look like a total clown. But if you stay in your line and dive for it, even it doesn't matter if you miss it, but dive for it, look, you aim for the ball. That'd be me. But look, I do expect. I do think we'll have to be a lot tighter in the midfield. That midfield needs to be tight. That midfield, Ten Hag has to shape up this midfield to be tight. But that's probably not going to happen. I want us to be a lot quicker, more explosive. I want to see us be a little more explosive. I just want to see us be a threat. I want to see us put in a good performance. That's exactly what I want to see. I want us to put in a good, solid performance. A good, solid performance. Because, my God, when we win, if we win, we know Manchester United, if we go ahead against Palace or if we go ahead and beat Palace, don't expect it to be 2-3 now. Easy work. I hope it is. I want us to win. But do I think we will? We'll find out at the end. But look, let's jump into Crystal Palace's form. I know it's fairly briefly. So they lost against Man City 4-2. They beat Liverpool 1-0. They beat West Ham 5-2. They beat Crystal Palace 2-0, and they beat Fulham 1-1. They drew against Fulham 1-1. So as you can see, they have 3 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss in the previous 5 games. I mean, look, losing against Man City, normal. Beating Liverpool, very good result. Wasn't expecting that. Beat West Ham 5-2. Wow. Beating Palace 2-0. Wow. Draw against Fulham. I don't know, too bad. Palace have been doing very, very good since the new bosses come in. And they look more of a threat as well. I watched them playing against Liverpool and they look more of a threat. Every time they went forward, look like they are a threat. And that's the thing you need to be careful of because they have pace. They have Eze, they have Elise. I mean, you have to give it to them. I mean, their top goal scorer is Mateta with 11 goals in the Premier League, and their top assister in the Premier League is Jordan Ayew with 7. But look, I think their danger men for me is Eze and Elise. They're in good form. I think Palace just have to be quick on the ball, be more of a threat, and run at us, run through them, test us. And I do think they can beat us. It's not hard to beat Manchester United. It really isn't. It really isn't. Look, I have a few stats here. Manchester United's average goals scored per match was 1.53. Average goals conceded per match was 1.5. We have 8 clean sheets so far this season in the Premier League. Chances created per match 1.71. Man United are 6th in the Premier League with 54 points with a goal difference of 1. Get up there, my son. Crystal Palace's average goals scored per match is 1.29. Average goals conceded per match is 1.63. They have 8 clean sheets so far this season in the Premier League. Chances created per match 1.49, and they are 14th in the Premier League with 40 points with a goal difference of minus 12. Look, I do think Palace are going to be very, very cool. Very, very solid in this game. I do think they're going to put in a good performance, but we need to be up for it. We need to be quick because they do have pace and they have Mateta there, who's a tall, strong lad. So whoever's up against him, probably Maguire, you'd imagine, definitely be quick because they have it. Look, when I watched them play Liverpool and a few of their games, instead of new managers come in, they're a lot more quicker and a lot more explosive. And every time they go forward, they look like they make you work for it. They look like they're going to score. It's going to be a very, 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 very tight game, no doubt about it. But look, I'm going to go through my predicted 11. Please let us know your predicted 11 in the comment section below. Let us know what you think of Manchester United's form, Palace's form. How do you think we can beat them? Can we beat them? Can they beat us? Let us know how in the comments. It would be much appreciated. Look, before I do that, I want to jump into a few head-to-head. So Crystal Palace are aiming to do the late double over Manchester United for the first time. The Red Devils have just scored 1 goal in their last 3 visits to Selhurst Park. This is the third time the teams have met this season. The 2 previous encounters came in the space of 5 days in September, with United winning 3-0 in the Carabao Cup, and then Palace winning the league fixture 1-0 at Old Trafford. Crystal Palace are beaten in the last 4 league matches, 3 wins and 1 draw. Their longest such run of the season. They're aiming for a 3rd consecutive home win in the top flight for the first time since October 2022. Palace are 1 goal short of equaling the club Premier League record for the most home goals scored in a single campaign, 29 in 2017-18. The Eagles have won just one of the last 12 top flight fixtures that have been played on Monday, 7 draws and 4 losses. Palace need to win all of the remaining 3 games to equal their club Premier League record points, total of 29, set in 1993 and equalised in 2018-19. Jean-Philippe Mateta has scored in each of his 5 Premier League appearances under Olivier Glasner. Oliver Glasner, 7 goals in total. Now on to Manchester United. Manchester United have won just one of their last 6 league games, 4 draws and 1 loss. A 13th Premier League defeat of the season would see them set a new club record. The Red Devils have conceded 77 goals in 47 games in a league and a cup season, their most since 1997 and 78. United could lose 5 Premier League away matches in London in a single season for the first time, having already lost at Tottenham, Arsenal, West Ham and Chelsea. And Bruno Fernandes scored 7 goals in the last 6 appearances in all competitions. So, yeah, not a positive mindset, is it? But I'm going to jump into my predicted 11, and I'm going to go with why I'm going with this predicted 11. In goals, Andre Onana. Back 4, Dalot left back. Wan-Bissaka right back. A centre-back partnership of Maguire, and I do think Johnny Evans will come back into the team. A midfield trio of Capamenu, Casemiro, and Bruno Fernandes, and an attacking line of Garnacho on the left, Anthony on the right, and Rasmus Højlund up top. Look, I bring Johnny Evans back in. I actually think Johnny Evans this season has been very, very good, very solid at the back. Like I said, in a long show ago, I don't think Johnny Evans was expected to get this much game time, but I didn't expect him to put on such good performances. So hopefully he's fit to play, and hopefully Ten Hag starts him. Dalot left back, he doesn't do too bad there. Sort of comes into a very role, playing like it's like sometimes look as Zinchenko for Arsenal. He the way he sort of goes into the midfield. Dalot sort of does that as well, but I think Dalot does it better. Wan-Bissaka right back. Then I think Casemiro will come back into the midfield alongside Mainu and Bruno. And then that. I mean, look, I would like us to start Ahmad, but I just think he'll go with Anthony. And Anthony didn't do too bad against Burnley, so hopefully he can put in a better performance and score a few goals. Hopefully Garnacho is up to it. Hopefully the whole team's up to it, because against Burnley we were shocking. So hopefully we can hit it up to it. That was my predicted 11. I don't think he'll play. I don't think he'll bring Mount there. I don't think he can. I don't think McTominay will start. I hope this is the team he plays. Well, I say that, but maybe throw Ahmed in instead of Anthony. Score prediction. Look, like I said, I'm not very confident coming into this game, certain what to expect. I'm going to try and be as confident as I can and go with a 2-2 draw. I do think it'll be a 2-2 draw, unfortunately, which is not ideal, because then we could be looking at, Jesus Christ, back to the league. We could be looking at probably 8th place, because Newcastle and Chelsea, because Chelsea are playing West Ham and Newcastle are playing. Newcastle even playing this weekend, Burnley. So we need to win. We need to win, because we could be 7th or 8th place before we even kick a ball on Monday. So we need to win. But I do think it'd be a 2-2 draw. Unfortunately, I think for them, I'm going to go with Mateta and Elise. Look, they're well into it. I think he'll score against us, to be brutally blunt. Then for us, I'm going to go with Bruno Fernandes and Garnacho. I'm going to go with that. Look, this has been the Manchester United versus Crystal Palace Premier League preview. The game at Selhurst Park on Monday, the 6th of May. I assume not to be there in May, but look, it is what it is. But look, this has been a Crystal Palace versus Manchester United preview. Let us know which shot of the preview, my predictions, the preview, all that sort of stuff. Put your predictions in the comment section below. Please like the video, comment, subscribe, follow our social links in the description, and please hit that notification bell to get notified every time we go live, make a video. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Please do subscribe. Thanks for watching. Come on, United. Let's get the win. Let's get the win.